Cordially invited to shop at our unique wares and curiosities. Door open daily after dark. At night. Shopping around at night. Buying new unique wares and curiosities at night. It's purple! And black cats! Lots of black cats. Why are there lots of black cats? Dark Wolf?
What?
I don't know. He's thinking. Oh, the bats are up and about again. Egg! Mmm, Dark Wolf. Oh, that's what it is. That's right. Oh, God, not again. You got fans, honey buns. Did you ever want to get humbled and feel less fortunate as well as your age catching up to you? Just come to Pyra's chat. All of those things and more. You'll be a shell of your former self within one stream. Congratulations. But I knew I didn't have to be anywhere important tomorrow, at least not early. Still picking a... kind of like a... maybe not low effort, but like... relax game. All good, I could stay up a bit later since I'm off tomorrow. What's the fancy occasion? Off on a Friday? Bananas. Absolutely bananas. I did think about Silksong, but no, Silksong also needs an update, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Also, would not get anywhere. Also, realize I haven't actually played it since mid-December, and it doesn't feel like it's been that long, but guess it has? Could bring my kid to an appointment, that I have an ultrasound on my face? What for? There a baby in your face? Face baby? Terrifying. Who's Rika? I think we've smashed through about as much as Rika as we possibly can, honestly. For now. Ingrown hair turned cyst. Ugh, that's awful. I'm sorry, bud. Is the ultrasound to see if it's, like, gonna get any worse? Or are they pretty sure they can fix it? I'm sure they could probably fix it. Leave it to the good old Canadian healthcare system. It doesn't hurt. The ultrasound is just to make sure it's not the big one. I get it, I get it. It's always good to be sure, but... not a doctor. But cysts are not usually... like, the worst thing. I mean, even if it is the big C, they can probably still treat it. Not to make you nervous, but... I mean, the doctors, they'll be able to figure it out. They know. They know what to do. I'm gonna pop the thing once I'm done with my appointment? No! Ew! Gross. Just wash it! Wash it and pat it dry. It'll go away, like a zit. Cancer's covered, all sickness is covered. God bless that Canadian healthcare. Oh no. It's overlapping. The music. Was games. Let's see if it's shrunk down again. It sounds good. Why? Why is it little? Okay, it's not as small as it was, but it is still little. Why does it keep weirdly resizing it? Whatever. At least it didn't fight me this much. Welcome, let's dive on in. I'm finishing up the last of my dessert coffee that I got. They called it a strawberry shortcake coffee. It's strawberry syrup with a white mocha. It is as tooth-achingly sweet as it sounds. Which is why it's a dessert coffee. Sounds like diabetes. It's the only way Americans drink their coffee. Which is also covered, not here. It's true though, in America, you either drink diabetes for your coffee or you drink it black. Cordially invited to shop at our unique wares and curiosities. Door open daily after dark. At night. Shopping around at night. Buying new unique wares and curiosities at night. It's purple! And black cats! Lots of black cats. Why are there lots of black cats? What is that? High-tech wall. Speculative futuristic wall made from technology that by all right shouldn't exist in this world. Ooh, I like that. Prismatic giant stalks. What are those? Where the hell do I get those? Bro, I don't know. Buzzy bee by honey slimes. We got one of those? Sunflower standee for slimes that wish they were tangle slimes. Buy it anyway. Drones lose energy over time with sleep when they run out. Refueled by shooting plorts into the drone station's fuel port. What do you mean? I had to fuel the drones? Terrible. Ugh, where even are they? Chimkin? I think not. Have that. You are here. I think I'm one of the only people that doesn't regularly drink their coffee laced with sugar or black. Oh, that's right, we emptied this one out. We gotta rethink what we're gonna put in there. Oh, I forgot. I forgotted. Girl. There's a lot of roosters. Where's that? There it is. Oi! Oi! Fucking escapee chicken! Back at the Alcatraz you go. Like Alcatraz for chickens. Needs plorts? I think we need those pink bun-buns back. Ah, shit. Look, I got a fork ton of these. Oh, it doesn't actually need a bunch. Okay, so the first fuel bar doesn't need a lot, and then you can overcharge it for more, which takes a lot more plort. Alright, okay. Okay, what are you? You're on fruit and veg. Which means these are still meaty chunks that I have to take care of. There's a lot of... Oh, it's pillows. I was like, I thought that was goop. I mean, in this game, it could be. It very well could be. Alright, there's full. Victor cleaning out the lab, and he found this flag. And he immediately thought of me. Oh, there's plorts. Naturally, there's a billion plorts in there. I'm still on the hunt for more drone ingredients, aren't I? I think so. Box. What? I didn't know it made those noises. I thought it just squeaked. Oh, damn, wild honey? Well, if this isn't such a big deal, the wild honey will be a pain. Well, you know what? It might be time that instead I sort of reconfigure the place. I almost need, like... I mean, as lazy as it sounds, I almost need, like, teleports to the different, sections of my ranch here. There's so much I gotta do. Now, obviously, the obvious thing to do would be to keep all the veggie slimes together, and all the fruit slimes together, and all the meaty slimes together.
Meaty slime?
That's right.
Ew!
What? It's just bacon grease.
No wonder it's burning so well.
VDF likes bacon grease.
Ew.
Dark Wolf?
What?
I don't know. He's thinking. Oh, the bats are up and about again. Egg! Dark Wolf. Oh, that's what it is. That's right. Oh, God, not again. Yeah, fans, honey buns. I had to put these little fuckers to sleep. Because they keep breaking out, even though they're fed. You settle down. Bacon grease is bleh. I've only ever had bacon grease that was actually appetizing once, and that's because it was an ingredient that was used in a salad dressing. Which makes sense, because primarily salad dressing is made from oil.
God, that's such an American thing to do. Putting bacon grease on a salad.
And it was good. Don't you know what BLT is? Bacon, lettuce, tomato!
Oh, I thought it was burning leftovers tonight.
Did you?
Well, when I looked
Is that because of how you cook?
Yep.
Yeah. How do you burn leftovers? All you have to do is just put them in the microwave.
Hold my beer.
No. Beer's gross. Oh, they're awake. Yeah, because if we stuck all the slimes together that ate the same kinds of foods, the drones would have an easier time delivering the foods. Or the other idea is to not worry about that, and instead just leave the drones to pick up the plorts and deposit them into silos, and I am the one that goes out and feeds everything. But that's the thing. The feeding takes a lot of time. All the vacuuming up and redepositing. I'm a busy woman, damn it. I have so much to do. Happy little fire slimes. I honestly thought about firing up Cult of Lamb and doing more of that. But I don't think Crusades would go very well tonight, just because, again, we're just kind of vibing, relaxing. Maybe instead of honey gathering this time, I will go back out towards Chaos Land, whatever it's called. And just see if I can't collect more shadow ports. No, they're sleeping. Deposit a couple of those. Feel like them. Why does Darkwold not play anymore? Y'all need PZ? It is just because he has less time. So he just told me this the other day, where he's been trying to write a novel for a while, and he wants to have it done before summer. Now, I don't know how successful he's gonna be. Colony in here. But that's his goal, so he's been busy with that. But we are both going on vacation the upcoming week. And by vacation, I mean staycation, because right now, leaving the country is out of the question. So, I proposed, and we'll also be getting alcohol for him tomorrow, that we do some Tipsy Trine streams, because got a new Trine game to play. How many pages has he got? He actually has finished the first draft. Kinda. He keeps rewriting it. He keeps going back and redoing everything, so it's taking a long time. And I keep telling him, you just have to write it. You can't have perfection right out of the gate. You just have to write it, and then you can work on it. After your draft is done, you work on it to make it good. You know, listen. My dude, it's what the proofreaders and editors are for! There's that, yeah. Yeah. He don't listen. Oh. Feeding time. Do you have any more roosteros? Not right now. You can have that one. So, hopefully he will figure out that he really does just need to kind of let it be and just write it, and after he's done writing it, he can rewrite it. He won't. He literally will not. So he's going to keep rewriting the same 2 pages over and over again. But yes, anyway, this week we're planning on more Tipsy Trine streams. Exactly! You can't finish the damn book if you keep rewriting it! I've been pacing all over my conservatory after it happened. My mind racing with what I should have been done differently. I felt so guilty, so misguided. I ended up in these ruins. I just slumped up against one of those walls, totally exhausted. Stones were solid and cold, and I felt the weight of history carried with them, when a tiny bug crawling along one of the cracks in a wall slipped inside it and vanished. Passed through these ancient stones as if they were smoke. That's when it all came to me. Not sure if I read that one. It's been so long since we've actually, like, read the drone story portions. It's a Polleny day. Sneeze fest. Which is pretty much how real life has been. What with it being winter for 2 days, and then up to spring, down to winter, and then up to spring again. I'm sick of it. Pick one. Stop being so goddamn moody with your weather. Ugh, tell me about it. My entire skull is filled with histamines, and I hate it. I doth protest. Anger me. Alright, I think everyone's pretty much fed. We're getting 10 centimeters tomorrow of snow? And back to the positives? Yeah, right now it's warm. Right now we've got almost summer weather. By the way. 70 fucking degrees. Disgusting. Ugh. I see a happy little snow slime and I just can't understand how much joy it finds with this weather that just comes and goes. Pufferfish. Wrangler slimes. I think we already gave them something, though. Drone sleepy. What can I bring along with me? Because obviously I don't want to go back to the chaos without anything. Oh wait, not this one. Right? No, not that one. This one. I remember back in the first game. All you had to do to get all the fun ingredients for the slime machines was just to leave out your harvesters. And now you got to go to the specific place to pick up the things in specific spots. So much running around. Is it pink or blue? You can see where your drone stations are located and their current energy levels right on the map. You can also peek at what's in your quantum cloud here, but remember you can only withdraw or send resources from a drone station. Okay. That's cool. Where, oh where? Oh, I think it's this one. Loading. Loading. Yes, okay. We're in the correct spot. Oh look, a stone chick. Hen. A stony hen that will undoubtedly make stony chicks. Or stone chicks. Blah. Blah. Buddy. Oh, cute. Little fairy bat. Love to see it. Right. Where? Oh, we need fruit for that guy. Yeah, That's all rotten. Oh, I'm taking that. It's not the fruit that I need, but I never remember to bring it with me, so it's the fruit that I'm getting. Bonk. Is that what I need? Dark egg. No, dark! I didn't actually expect that, to be honest. Bonk. Ah. Well, that's still a good start. Picked up all of this. Oh fuck, forgot to tell you, I got a punch biopsy done yesterday on my shoulder, and they took a little guy that they were concerned about. Like, a little tumor? ADF, are you alright lately? It's getting weird out here, man. I'm like aging, I guess. I heard that's terrible for the health. Fire slime. Weird fruits, weird chicken, weird vegetables. 40 is when you start falling apart. I mean, really, if you think about it, you start falling apart when you stop growing. Because after you stop growing, you start dying. I mean, if you wanted to get grim about it, you know. Okay, I need stabla plort. Did that work? That didn't work. It's a regular old plort. Oh, it's because the weird has stopped, that's why. No. Well, forget you then. Thanks! You made me feel so warm and fuzzy. That's exactly what I'm for. I'm a great therapy dog. Did you ever want to get humbled and feel less fortunate as well as your age catching up to you? Just come to Pyra's chat. All of those things and more. You'll be a shell of your former self within one stream. Congratulations. That's how you indoctrinate people into a cult! What the hell? Why did I just launch to the sky there? Weird, man. Need, what is that? I don't know. I had to launch those. Oh no! Don't explode! Shit. Whew. Ow. Oh yeah, I forgot those only get you one. Boo. You cured. Yeah. Where'd the rest of them go? of them. Where did they go? Ooh. Oh, shit. Just leave those there. Come back for more. Move! Move along, move along, move along. I had a pimple on my shoulder and I popped it and decided it wouldn't be weird and do things. The moral of the story is stop popping pimples. It's weird. Yicky. No! Yes! So you get infections! It's so sad it is not! It's oozy. Blech. My friend said that, one of the reasons that his mom divorced his dad is that he always asked her to, like, pop pimples on his back, and she hated it. And I felt that. Meanwhile, he asked his wife to help him, and she's like, yeah, I'm fine with it. It's, like, satisfying. Just why? But it makes some sense, because she is a nurse. So, like, yeah, she's not gonna be bothered by popping pimples. Like, oh no, not the pimple. Oh, commit the seppuku off the edge. I like popping the blackheads myself. Mrs. VDF likes it too. Lamau. Yep. Sorry, premature evacuation there. Like that. Need them for something. I'm low on fruit again. Somehow. What? Hold still! Fuckers. I need carrots. Yay! It worked! What did I get? A teleport? Where? Ooh. Where would it go? Pick them all up. Nope, that's not it. Is that it? Did I get them all? I guess. Sure didn't get a whole lot of them, did I? Nope. Let's see where this goes. Pew! Back on the mainland, aren't we? Oh, we are! Oh! Well, this was that area that I passed by all the time. And I was always like, where is that gonna go? I suppose I have my answer. Alright. Back I go. I guess it's a teleport deeper into the Grey Labyrinth. But it is farther away from the ranch, which is mildly annoying. Why'd that one so big? Oh, because it's a pink one. Right. Well, the little ones are also sometimes pink, so it was like, what the... Why is that one so big? Because of Largo. dummy. Idiot. Wait, that's where I came up. No, it isn't. Oh, shit looks the same after a while. This is me. I popped a blackhead on my back once and it made a little pus worm. Ugh, that's disgusting. People are animals. And they're gone. I don't get it. I don't get why they're so eager to commit the seppuku. Only regret was not filming it. Would have made a killing on YouTube. That's probably true. You really missed the mark on that one. Always gonna have your camera out to whip it out and film shit. ABF, always be filming. What? Gotta film my cyst. Gotta keep filming, sister! That is, CYSTER. Back into the car we go! Has there been any weird stuttering with this today? I know there was some before. Oh, hi, Dad. I haven't seen you in a while. A little? Ah. A little much? Or not much, I see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up with it, to be honest. Oh, that's where. I thought those little moon symbols looked familiar, and now I see why. What do I need these shadowy ones for? I don't remember. Aren't I supposed- wait a minute. Aren't I supposed to, like, make something? Didn't this gal disruption detector, is that what I'm thinking of? Where's prisma floors? Nullifier. Placed near unstable walls allows passage into hidden room beyond. Oh, that's what I need. Drugs. I know a guy. Drugs. Drugs. No, ma'am. I do not need drugs. Hyperplort. Hyperplort? Hyperplort. Hyperplort? Hansel? Hansel? Where the fuck is a hyperplort from? We seen that yet? No, there's still one slime unknown. I bet that's where the goddamn hyperplorts come from, and where the fuck do I get that? Where's that? Who's you? Where do you come from? Where did you go? Cotton Eye Joe? Dick sauce. What am I doing with all these shadow plorts then? Are there vaults that still need opened? I don't know. I can't tell anymore if these are vaults that I have or have not opened. It would make sense if they're ones that I have not opened, but not everything makes sense in this world. Ooh, careful. I'll just throw myself off the cliff willy-nilly. I can only throw myself off the cliff if it's fully intentional. Naturally. Ah! Damn it. Ah! Silly little shadow slimes that shall not be captured! Remain free! What, oh, I was about to say, what the heck do the slumber ports? The slimes? Slimy plort? Slime? How? Slime make plort? Anyway, I answered my half question. I remember. They eat meat. There's nothing else over here? Clearly don't suck hard enough? Nah. We don't suck here, we blow. Wait! I was looking the other direction, that's rude! Yep, and they're off. Like that. Nice! I think I lost one. Yeah, I definitely lost one over the edge, unfortunately. Not necessarily worth it. That's why it's not always worth, yucking your, shadow slimes out there. What is... I don't know what's billowing up from the abyss there, but it can't be good. Whatever it is cannot be a good thing. Or just, like, right in the middle. Just, like, straight through their armor. But, like, in a bad way. Yes. You can't just, like, skeeter on off before you've even been hit. Damn! No! It's gone. Lost my heartbeats. Lost my heartbeat, dead now. Oh, I think I need to go back up if I want to get to that area. Is there a back upgrade? In a way, it doesn't really change, like, the speed of it. Or the strength. Usually it's, like, capacity upgrades, or energy upgrades. Ow. This is rude, you rude bitch. I should probably start picking up Chimkin. Picking up Chimkin on my way. I don't know if I'm just, like, not used to wearing headphones anymore, but they sometimes give me a headache. Like, unless they're in, like, the perfect spot. Like, you just rub wrong or something. You don't want to rub wrong. So, yeah. Back it up. Happy cats. 20 tabbies. Get here. Shoot. Quit hovering around me. I already have the likes of you at home. I don't need any more of you. I only change my mind if... okay, so is this one on the map? It is. But it looks like it's completed. Yeah. Okay, so I'm right. It could just mean that whatever vault is still left on the map, I've probably already opened. But it says I only have like 8 of 25. Where the fuck do the rest of these hide, honestly? Where the fuck do they get off? I don't think there's anything else in here. was just that little puzzle that I got. Guide time. Might have to. This feels like a game where it should be easy to find most things, so you just go, like, looking around. I mean, that's the thing, like, the whole point of the game is to explore, to find, to search. But, like, you go fucking about, and you still don't always find what you need when you need it. It's rather rude, if I'm gonna be honest with you. I need a stabilizer, please. Anytime, anywhere, maybe? I'm just taking it with me. Yep, it's mine now. Oh, it's gone. That's stupid. I literally just got to a stabilizer. Hello, Mittens. Candy-coated game could eat my fat ass. How about that? Candy-coated bullshit. Alright, okay. I am apparently looking for a map. I hope people are doing well. Yes, it's fine. Things are fine. How you doing? Just swearing at the game because it's robbing me. This game seems to you. I don't know. You don't know? You don't know how you're doing? Uh-oh. Well, that can't be a good sign. Not really? What's been going on? Did that lead anywhere? Oh, this is gonna be tricky. Alright. Whoop. I don't think anywhere I can reach from this side. Because I don't have a jetpack. I have... It really just feels like it's a little fart. Fart boost. Yep, there's no way. What is even the point? Beatrix really needs a climb upgrade, where she gets the climb skill. Learn to climb. Thank you. Would love to. Thank you. Ooh. No, that's the wrong one. And they're gone. Although again, I don't know how badly I need these now. There's bound to be more. There's bound to be more of these somewhere. I just ain't finding them yet. No, I don't care about that. I care about that one. Oh, dick sauce. Why does this always happen? Ouch. Oh, they're gone. Okay, well, I got one. At least. I don't want to complain too much. It's not what I'm here for. Is that like double jump and Silk Song? You're right, it's not real. I mean, you can complain if you want, Mittens. I mean, we'll admit it, we're all, like, nosy. We always want to know a little bit of drama. But if you don't, that's fine too. You just kick back, relax. Wait, isn't this where I came in from? It is. I don't need to go back this way. I just came in this way. I'm just telling Pyra about my pus problems. Yes. Big old sucks. Oh, didn't fry me that time. Also, I would say probably, I don't know, like somewhere between like 30 to 40% of what I yap about is me complaining about things. Oh, no! It's fine. I'm fine. No more cotton. Stupid. Oh my goodness, my friends have stopped playing dinosaurs? I never thought I'd see the day. They love them dinosaurs. Oh yeah, door's closed. For whatever stupid reason, the door is still closed. There will never not be a closed door. The world's on fire. It is. It's awful. I can't stop it, and it feels like at least half the country is happier to blame trans and gay before than the dementia-addled shithead that they voted into office, and I don't really see good times ahead. So it's affecting my mental state. Mittens. I mean, I feel you. The world is awful right now. There's supposed to be a people in there somewhere. It's really hard to see anything good when it just feels so bogged down and awful. It does. I think the thing that we have to recollect, though, is that even if it doesn't seem like it, there are a lot of people that led perfectly good lives in what felt like travesty. In the madness that there was, people didn't just survive, some of them thrived, and it wasn't just like, you know, the corrupted billionaires or millionaires. I mean, there were like everyday people that still managed to keep their jobs and their houses and raise families. It is unrelenting. I think the important part is remembering what you can do, which is obviously your vote is still powerful. Your voice is still powerful because you can still call your electives, your senators, your mayors, any and all in between, whatever you can. To grab their attention and get them to understand that things do need to change. And that we are still here to support trans rights and gay rights. And I think the most valuable thing is to just never truly be silent about it. I think you always need to be careful when you say it, just because people can just get unhinged. And you shouldn't do something that's ultimately going to endanger you. But making sure that your voice never stays silent ensures that these problems will not just stay in place because they say you're complacent. It's never right to give up. We're still loud about it. We're still noisy about it. Things will change again. Hopefully for the better this time. It's unfortunately, there's never gonna be a true utopia. It's never always gonna be good. I'm not gonna lie to you and say that it is. It is just about you trying to find what peace that you can amongst the chaos. It's okay that some days you can't. Obviously, it would be better if you could every day, but I think that's a rather unreasonable ask. The other thing is that as long as you also remember that you're not alone in the fight, even though sometimes it probably feels like you are. Also, much easier to stay motivated when you know that there are others that think like you. That's true, thanks. For the win! It's not exactly the same, but I am always concerned about... Because Darkwolf's an actual immigrant, and I'm always concerned about mentioning that out loud, given the current situation. The fact is, because he is an immigrant, I have to get real fucking bossy sometimes. Pull out my best Karen occasionally and say, you can speak to my goddamn lawyer. How about that? Get people to shut their goddamn mouths. I mean, all he has to do is just talk and they'll know. I mean, that's the thing, yeah. He can't hide his accent. But, like, people I don't know that he's not there to meet, like, work colleagues, that is one thing. I live in a very red state, and, when the influx of new work colleagues came in, it was very much me deciding, well, what am I gonna do about all this? Are these people that I can really trust to say anything about? And for the most part, I just wait to see, obviously what side they're on, so to speak. Uh-oh. But, you know, for the most part, I've not actually encountered a real problem like that. He hasn't either. The worst that comes out of it is that people just don't understand what he says sometimes. Which I think is just because people aren't listening. I think the other thing is that it's, y'all should come here! Kobito Canada? Canada? Honestly, not a bad plan. Canada doesn't often accept Americans anymore. Very glad to hear that. It is, relieving to not usually have to deal with such a thing. And I think the other thing is that I actually touched on this the other day. I was just mulling over this, but I was thinking, I don't think there's really ever truly a day of rest anymore. By which I mean, it feels like anything and everything that you do even if you're like, you literally try to focus and be like, alright, I'm not going to worry about anything today. I'm gonna sit and relax and do my hobbies. I don't have to think about bills today. I don't have to think about work today. I don't have to think about this or that, the other thing. As soon as you go on social media, I mean, you're still encompassed by this. It's still, like, any time you touch your phone, you go on your laptop, you're trying to listen to a podcast, to, like, the radio, you're trying to watch TV, YouTube, it doesn't matter. It's everywhere. You either have, like, problems from people that you know in, like, real life, and you're concerned about them, you're worried about their problems, or you have problems with the rest of the world that you're watching, as we're watching things. You're not only watching things that are happening in your country, but outside of your country. You're watching things that happen in other countries. You're watching things that happen... You could literally have drama thinking about the bad things that happen outside the world. Like, there's stuff in the universe that you have to worry about. And it's so much information. So many things that get compacted into daily worries and struggles that so few people can do much about. You really just gotta, like, take a step back and be like, this is out of my hands. It's too much. It's too far. And just really gotta, like, cut yourself off. Sequester yourself. For pretty much all my life, I've seen a lot of people just stretch thin, and it feels like by design. I mean, it is. It is by design. The more you're stretched thin, if you're stretched so thin, you cannot come back together to make a strong defense. It is very tactful. Fuck social media. Anti-social media. I think it's one thing to want to keep tabs on people and be like, oh yeah, I'm keeping track of everybody, I can see what they're all doing. Social media also has the benefit that you can find so much, and sometimes it's a good thing. Like, you can see so many positives about, like, what people are up to, what they create, what good things you should find. Here's a good thing. Do you know humpback whales are not only not endangered species, they're not even on the watch out for endangered species list. They've gone from, like, a few hundred to, like, 50,000. They are officially no longer in the endangered species range. Like, not even close. They tried to tell you, save the whales, as, like, a sort of almost mockery of, eco-friendliness, or as it was, and actually it's worked. Actually, people did. Propaganda machine works hard to make sure we're so busy fighting each other that they don't focus on real problems. That's the way it is. That's the way this presidency is. That's what Donald Trump is. Call me a conspirator, but he was voted in because he likes to pick fights. That is really good news. See, yeah, it is. The humpback whales are in good standing. That's good news. I hope you don't get a door knock. Come at me with a judicial warrant. We'll see what you can do now. I've been watching lawyer TikToks. And reading. I've been reading. Don't forget to read. I know it's not everybody's favorite pastime, but one of the qualifiers for quality of life is that if you and people you know totally stop reading, you'll stop reading comprehension. That's really what sinks quality education and, again, quality of life from henceforth. Because you get people that don't understand how to pick apart an argument that sounds stupid. You get people that get blinded by their faith and refuse to budge even if they're presented with facts. And it's okay to change your mind. If you find what you previously thought no longer matches up with the current facts or your situation in life, it's okay to change your mind. Freedom of choice is one of the biggest, most beautiful things about being human, even if sometimes we're annoyed by it. I did finally get around to getting a new library card after having moved. Hey! That is a good thing. Support your local library. Should have done it since they got funding based on people who have cards, even if they don't use them. Read the reading. I think a lot of people are afraid to change their mind without being labeled a hypocrite. That's because the internet has also done that! You're either one or nothing! You can't evolve, you can't change, because you're either A, lying about change, you're not really changed, you haven't actually educated yourself, or it's that people you just can't change because then you're a traitor. How dare you change your mind, you traitor? Despicable. Or maybe if they were wrong, I don't know, mistake. As a demon of pride, I can tell you, people do not like admitting when they're wrong. Ever. Even if it's embarrassing. People seem to filter themselves into their own camps, and other people seem obsessed with purity tests. They are. Yes. It's sad, but true. Yes, also always support, on a little side tangent, support your local library, because not only do they provide, obviously, free education via books, but it's also, they provide a bunch of other things, like the fact that your library can provide, like my library, it has, like, Cricut machines, scanners, printers, programs like Adobe, a lot of stuff that you can actually utilize for essentially free just because you get a little library card. There's tons of shit. Some of our passport services. Fuck yeah, the local library. The state library has 3D printers now? That's right. Huge, massive community resource. And the more that if you do get the library cards, the more you support it, the more funds that they can get to get more stuff. It's all a circle. A beautiful circle in this case. But it's true, people are afraid to admit that they're wrong and to learn, to adapt. Because for some reason, we've gotten to a point where we're supposed to stagnate in our decisions and remain the same forever? Nah. I've learned some things and adapted some things. I used to think I was a very open-minded person, but some things I've straight up decided I'm okay keeping my brain closed to, which sounds like I'm going against what I said, but it's actually because of what I learned. I've been to the library in so long. Exactly. Because again, reading's not cool anymore. Like, here's a controversial take that I have. I'm not wholeheartedly, I don't wholeheartedly back plastic surgery. And that's mostly just because of what I've learned from the industry. I don't like the way that it treats people, where it's basically constantly preying upon people's insecurities, trying to get them to upsell people, basically, to make them buy more. It's also kinda dangerous. Like, there's a lot of procedures that are not actually good for people, that are not being monitored, and can really fuck you up. So I'm okay being a little closed-minded there, but I used to be the kind of person that was like, yeah, you can change your body however you want. And truthfully, you should be able to change your body however you want. That in itself isn't a crime. It's just the fact that I think it's something that's not really being done correctly. I read a lot for work. I'm forced to think critically all day. What? I've never heard of that. Being open to consideration ideas doesn't mean you have to be open to accepting everything. That's the other thing. I think it's that you should be open to learning about something. You should be open to experience it. Not like first-hand experience, but like to read about it, watch it, learn about it. And then you should have enough critical thinking skills to be able to consider your opinion from there. I'm an inspector. I never heard of a job that requires you to think critically. Depends on it? No way. You don't want to box yourself in, but you also... You do need to think critically. Oh, goodbye, bud. You do need to think critically because you don't want to wind up in a situation where you're fooled so easily. Again, that's sort of where people, like, put their blind faith. You know how cults are so effective? It is usually because they're preying upon people's insecurities. Because they're looking to basically... People are usually looking for a kind of group to belong to. A group to belong to, something to believe in, to make sure that things are going to be good, whatever their version of good is. And, you know, there's the other little things like financial abuse, cutting people off from friends and family so they don't have any other outside peers or sources to be like, are you sure this is correct? Cults are effective because... I don't know. Oh, God, platforming is so hard in this game. If they completely segment you from the things and the people that actually give you individuality and give you power, you are going to be much more malleable. Critical thinking is an important skill. Inclusivity. Prey upon the insecurities, the isolate, provide the only solutions. A lot of similarities between that and abusive relationships. That's why they're the same. That's why they're the same. It's dark, twisted, terrible, but true, true, true. True and sad. Trying to find any of these that are actually... None of them look unstable, unfortunately. You know, I'm starting to think that, like, these doors are still locked, not because of, like, these devices, but, like, clearly there's something else that's, like, barring them from unlocking. Like, something on the other side that I have to puzzle and piece together, and that's why they're not unlocking. But I'm still annoyed. What are we looking for? I'm yapping. I'm yapping and walking. I technically need more unstable plorts to be able to get stabilized plorts. I definitely misread that. I thought it said stonky chick, but it's stony chick. Stonky chicken. I'm sorry the world overwhelmed you today, Mittens. It will probably happen again. But you're not the only one. And there is still some respite. Oh, I was also going around to see if I could find more chickens to feed that guy. That's alright. That's alright. It is a part of being alive. You're not really alive unless you're truly struggling. I guess. I don't know why there's like 3 water vents here. I'm perplexed because you only need that one to go up to that little column there. Guess I should go back and probably feed the slimes. Those, hunter booms are probably causing havoc again. So are those saber bats, very likely. I say fuck it. I can only control my immediate sphere, not worth worrying about anything outside of it. Just keep an eye outside, just don't let it be everything. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes you really do just have to say, not today. I had a little mini meltdown the other day. My day job is that I frame things for a living, and what was brought into me was books not written by Donald Trump, I'm sure, but basically written by Donald Trump. It's about him, about how he was gonna save America, about how he took presidency by storm. I mean, the front cover told you everything, because it was a photo of when he got shot. And, it wasn't just one of these books, it was two of these same books. And one was signed by him. And I had to sigh, put it together, make it look nice. I did! I did it! I did it without much of a fuss. But obviously, during like the entire time that I'm doing it, even for when I was taking the order, I was like, how can I do this day in and day out? Like, I clearly don't support this man. I'm not okay with anything that's happening. And yet, I still have to do this as a part of my job. Because I still have to make money. Otherwise, we're screwed. And it sucks to say it, but sometimes that is one's lot in life. It's not always the most ideal, but as long as you can get through a daily survival, you can also still work towards something better. As an inspector, my job is to find things that are breaking or going to break, and making sure things are taken care of. And let me tell you, the cracks are astounding. And sometimes you just gotta do stuff you don't like to do. It's true. So instead, what I could do is that I decided if ever I feel overwhelmed like that again, I could always just donate towards a cause that is incredibly anti-Trump. Won't have to worry then. Gimme. Oh shit, where'd it go? No. Too much yap. Gotta search. Got it. Yeah. I decided to smoke crack at the bus stop. Yeah? I don't know, the way you're typing, you may have. Do you have your gummy VDF? Is it almost night time? Occasionally one of the streamers I follow does a charity stream for Trans Lifeline, and I put my money towards that. Yeah, you can definitely support more of what you want and see in the world. That is a thing to do. Just the weed. He sure is just the weed, just the weed. And that's one of the good things about it, Mittens, is that that is something that you can control and that you can obviously utilize and do good with. I will also say living in a red state can make you feel very alone if your beliefs do not align with theirs, which obviously mine don't. Shock, surprise, I don't support Republicans usually. Smoking crack is always a good idea, Mittens. Yeah, no thanks. Mittens won't give in to peer pressure, not like that. Send me back. Send me back. Ah. Stupid. Still nothing special up here. Uh-oh. It's about to get zappy. Take those. I'm not offering any conspiracy theories or anything, but I am saying that I think we are on the cusp of a kind of revolution. Boobs are the great equalizer? Oop. Chat, you're dying. Lizard folks. Government's run by lizard people. Now, if it was, lizard people would actually be more beneficial at this point, because they'd be like, we have to save the sun, or we'll die! Lizard people might actually be incredibly environmental. Those people want there to be a tomorrow for them to exploit. Or would, I imagine. Yeah, you can't convince me lizard people will be any worse. The aliens. The Allens. The Allen wrenches are coming. Although, what is it, like, 2 different presidents, at least, have confirmed that aliens are actually real? I think it's 3, actually, but, one of them gets dismissed a lot. Oh, this is what I need it for. That's one of those, fake doors. I think it is. Too bad I don't know where a goddamn hyperfloor is. Or where to get one. Just a hole here. Just a hole with nothing in it. Useless. I'm full of fellas. Off you go. Skedaddle. Not sure, but it would be cool. Hey! Get a prize this time. Sat there, waited, and everything. Did, either of you watch that Predator Badlands? It was an alright movie. We watched it a few nights ago. Dark Wolf definitely liked it. I liked it, probably not for the reasons that I was supposed to like it. I liked it because I really liked the environment that they were in. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, this kind of looks like the world that I imagine, that I write about. I didn't. Oh, yes, it wasn't bad at all. I tell you what, Mittens, if you've got Hulu, give it a watch. Get your favorite movie watching snack and drink and give it a watch. It's pretty creative. The storyline is, I mean, you've definitely seen it before. It's your typical young man must prove himself by being a man and hunting for sport like a man. And otherwise pretty normal. What is this? Hydro shower for emergencies. No water running this place. Oh yeah. Somehow get water running. Definitely probably be useful. I can't just splash water in there. I gotta figure out how to fix the pipes. I want to be a robot backpack. Backpack? Yeah, alright. You just had to list to check things out. Yeah, the environment is very cool, very dangerous. Like, I can give this detail without giving any spoilers, but, like, there's a scene where they're about to go out into a prairie, and he cuts himself on a blade of grass, and she just goes, yeah, it's razor grass. I mean that literally. I mean, like, all the grass blades out here are, like, sharp razors. He'll die. Prey is another good one. No, I don't think we watched that one. I think we just bypassed that one, but I'll have to see if it's still on. I assume it's probably on Hulu. I'll find out. Yeah, let's I guess let's take some of these spoils of war back with us, because I've got all these shadow parts and I don't know what to do with them. Native American Predator. No, didn't watch that one. Not yet. Did that one well too. Nice. I mean, I think if you are going to compare it, you can't do much worse from when, from like the early 2000s era of horror movies. Those were rough. I'm gonna keep the rest of these for now, I guess. What am I caught on? Oh, the ledge. The infamous ledge. Those were so bad. They were almost comedy. They were a comedy. They were unintentional comedies, but they were comedies. You got a new message. It's probably junk. Would you like junk? Junk. Junk. Oh, there's so many blorts. Oh, what's a lady to do when there's so many goddamn plorts? That's what I like about them. They're goofy. I cannot convince Darkwolf that bad horror movies are actually good. He's like, oh no, it has to actually be good or it's not worthwhile. This girl just gave me her hot pink bush? Goddamn, Mochi. She sent it right over the phone, too, like... She's no longer just leaving it, she's leaving it out there for me. Mom. Thanks, Bob. I can always count on you to give me a rock. Love to see it. That's not a hint, that's a map! Here! That's a landing zone lit up with neon signs. Here! I'm gonna think about it. I don't know if I want to spend those just yet, just because... It's not that the unstable ports are rare, but they're certainly a lot harder... A little more time-consuming to get, I guess is really what I need. Oh, they're starving. Oh no. Oh, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of bullshit out here, too. So many movies just leave me like, I want my 120 minutes back! For real, though. One of the worst movies that I ever watched was this movie called Diary of a Cannibal. I still hold such a grudge against this movie, despite it, like, seeing it years and years ago now. For free. Because it was probably on Hulu. It was on a streaming site. It was probably. And I hated it. I hated it so much. It was so facetious. It tried so hard to have a message and speak to you, and it didn't. It didn't have a message. Not only did it not have a message, it tried so hard to be artsy, because it would, like, cut from the color to, like, this stupid artsy black and white. It was boring! It was boring! Like, the basis of a movie should be that it should entertain, even if it's not good entertainment. It couldn't handle that. It couldn't give me that. It was still fucking boring. Stupid. Never forgive that goddamn movie. Like, I've seen some, like, bad movies. Like, I've seen some goofy, bad movies, but at least I can make fun of them and enjoy them. Diary of a Cannibal? No. Diary of a Cannibal was fucking dry. It's drier than white meat without sauce. I hated it. No excitement. Dried me out for certain. Hated it. good bad movie that I've watched recently, though. I don't know. Cause I gotta admit, usually if it's like a bad movie, I kind of like move. At this point, I move on and forget about it. That's another reason I did forgive Diarrhea Cannibal, is that I sat there and watched the whole goddamn thing, and it was terrible. Sure is stormy out. Palm Springs is good. I wasn't expecting it to be. I don't think I've seen that one. Picked them up. For a little ride in the backpack. And back you go. Andy Samberg's in it. Okay. There are plenty of movies that are bad enough that they're really good. Like the old Street Fighter movie, though a lot of that was just like hard carry by Roll Julia. However you say it. That was pretty good. I am off to bed. Goodness, VDF, that was dramatic. Good night, VDF. Enjoy the long snooze. It sounds like you need it. I'm falling asleep. Well, then fall asleep in bed. You know, Darkwolf and I got to be true form adults the other day, because we went looking around for a new mattress. I think we found one that we liked. I'm gonna see if maybe we can get it on sale. Don't tell me how to wreck my life. It sounds like you're already doing that with crack. Not neat. Good luck. I'm hoping my credit is going to be okay enough that they hungry. I will be able to get it on at least a decent plan. But I admit, it's quite a shock seeing the in-store price versus like the cheap-ass price I went. Because the current mattress that we have is a cheap mattress that I bought off of Amazon. Because when I first moved into this house, I had to just buy a mattress. I didn't have time to look around. It was just going to be me sleeping on it for the most part anyway. Just had to get a mattress. Had to get something. A bed. And I got one. It was like a couple $100, I think. It wasn't a lot. These mattresses, about $2,000. It is. A good quality mattress is worth it, but it's just like, oh shit. Too poor for real adult mattress shopping. Oh, they're doing it again. Do they have, stop it! Stop it! Oh. Oh, shit. I'll just eat the damn roosteros. Get out of there! That's not for you! Back in your pen! Why are these ones just the rowdiest? Get out of the damn way. Just every time I come over here, they're just like, hungry, breaking out of their pens, trying to get to the thunderclocks in here. Every time. Where are you? I saw you flapping about. Where did you go? Get back in there. See, they're flapping about so much, they're not even actually eating their food. Crazy. It's very much, yes. I would get it soon if you have the opportunity to make a choice with gas prices skyrocketing. Yeah, I noticed that the other day, too. My car is pretty economical for the most part. But the other day I went and got gas, and you know, usually I can skirt by $20. I'm good. That was not today. Today it was, or yesterday. Today or yesterday. Anyway, it was like fucking get those out of here. There's so many. It's like almost $40. I was like, yeah, it's been a while since I had to put that much into it. But that's the other thing too. I have to figure out, am I... And that's what I'm going to talk to Dark Wolf about as well. Because we need to have a sit-down discussion about budgets. Are we going to put money towards the new mattress, or are we going to put it towards the cars? Because my car still needs a lot of work done on it that I've put off a lot. And the truck is still not finished being fixed. It also has a lot that needs to be fixed. How much money are we going to put to the house? Do I have to call a plumber to be able to come in to do the water softener? Which we did buy. We did make a very adult purchase and got a water softener, because the old one in this house, that came in this house when I moved in, died. Very unexpectedly. It just literally stopped working. It stopped working, did not continue to work, but did try to keep continually pumping water through it, so the water bill was going up, while it did nothing. It's very irritating. Clean up, call the thunderclucks. There's so many. Yeah, you'd be able to budget for something like 3 to 5% of the cost of the house to earn, to earmark for maintenance or repairs. It is true, annually. The good thing is, now we're in a more stable spot because we're both working, and... Because that was, like, one of the major problems, was that up until, like, last summer, Dark Wolf could not work. So we were living paycheck to paycheck on my paycheck alone. So we weren't saving for anything. I also did kind of a dumb decision and impulse buying this house, because, I mean, literally, the house was, I wasn't actively looking for a house, I just knew that I had to get one eventually. And this house was offered to me, and I had a day and a half to decide if I was going to buy a house. That was overwhelming. I did it, clearly. Because even though there are things that I don't like about the house, and I still think about how I don't like it, if I didn't do it, I mean, I would not have likely had another chance to get a house. Still a little time for life-changing decisions. Yeah, it is. But it's like, I guess it'll be fine. I'll figure it out. I'm not gonna lie to you, I did luck out. It did work out decently well. Not everything has. I mean, like I said, there's still problems with it. And there will be for a little while until I can actually, like, get things settled. But once I do, I am hoping I'll be happy with the house. Thanks, Mittens. It's nice. Honestly, I fully expected that... You know, I fully expected it was gonna be how everybody typically lives, like... When Dark Wolf was gonna move over, we were gonna have, like, a tiny apartment that I was renting. And it didn't happen. Especially not after I got Witcher. You can't fucking rent anywhere with a 70-pound dog? You kidding me? No. Landlords are already weird enough about having pets, much less big pets. Holy crap, hold on. Let's make some money, how about that? Let's just make some money. It was almost not fine though, because like I said, when Dark Wolf couldn't work, and we wound up not having the buffer that we thought we were gonna have. I'm not gonna get to a big to-do about it, but we were supposed to have like a decently sized buffer in terms of savings that did not go through, and because it didn't, all we had was our combined savings, which both being poor working class wasn't a ton. I had a breakdown once because I was freaking out because I was like, what happens if I can't afford the house anymore? I luckily didn't have to find out what was gonna happen. He did manage to get a job fairly quickly, because I'm very proud of him. He's very competent. Good person. I'm not surprised that he got a job so quickly. A job that he kind of sort of likes, no less, which is good. But again, that kind of like digs into the stress of like, it sucks so bad that you wind up in a situation where you're concerned about, you know, your shelter. Did you see that repost of where somebody was quoting, I think it was a fire chief or a firefighter. He was saying about how he bought his house. I think in the 60s or 70s. In the US. And he bought it for not even like $1,000. This is a decent sized house. Family establishment. Yeah, this nice big old house, and I think in the modern era he was quoted his house would be 600 or so? 600K? And he's like, I don't know how people are supposed to be able to afford this. It's like, fuck, we don't either. We sure as shit don't either. Or bid, maybe something happens, you have to take a break from work to recover or something. Oh, I couldn't even think of it. Like, I literally couldn't even think of, like... Even though I have, like, sick time, I couldn't even think about, like, calling in sick. Because I was like, I make commission money. So if I'm not there to actually work, I'm not making as much money. So, damn, well, they aren't. It's not a price for individuals or even couples. At least in a lot of cases, it's not. Like, honestly, depending on, like, your family tax bracket, like, if you're, like I said, working class, sometimes even 2 incomes is not enough. Sometimes you need as many as 3. Which I think is also why kids are getting pushed to work sooner and sooner. Like, I don't think it's as much of, we're teaching you responsibility. I don't know about that, Chief. I think it's because it's just getting so unaffordable at this point. There's not a good answer. The best answer I can give you is the most practical advice, financial advice one has when you do make not tons of money, which is that you want a high savings account somewhere, a bare minimum that'll at least give you 3% of interest back, hopefully up to 5%, which is usually an online bank, like Capital One. you're supposed to save... This bit of advice came from an economist, where he said you should save at least 20% of your money. So, to me, I interpreted like 20% of my paycheck, every paycheck. But that's also coming from somebody who is able-bodied and able to work 40 hours a week. That's another thing, like... You know, been chatting with somebody, and he's like, yeah, just because of, like, how messed up my sleep schedule is, I can't work like a regular day job. I can't even work a regular night shift because it winds up that I sleep at any hour of the day or the night and inconsistently, and I could just pass out on a beat. Or like when I think of like people like one of my ex-part-timers, they're not a person that could survive working in public. And that's most jobs now, like, there's not really a faceless sort of job anymore. SoFi comes to mind as one of the better high-yield savings account. I heard that too, as an online bank. SoFi, I don't know about Chime. I heard good things about Chime, but I didn't look into it. And yes, if you do have a job, you should look into the 401k, retirement and all that. And just... I mean, in the case of, like, my ex-part-timer, they really need, almost like a self-made job. They liked art. They had some art commissions lined up, but it wasn't enough that they could live off of. But that was clearly the best kind of job for them, because they couldn't commute anywhere because they didn't have a license. They were overwhelmed so quickly by people and noises and things they had to do because they... I told this to their face, by the way, so I'm not entirely mean. I'm kind of mean when I say this, but not entirely mean when I say they collected alphabet issues like they were Pokemon cards. BPD, OCD, anxiety, panic attack, just a lot. They had a lot. So, obviously, having all of these things quickly, they get stressed very easily. They get overwhelmed very easily, which means that they couldn't do as much as they needed to in, like, a work-pace environment. And if that's true, what the hell do you do? Because, I mean, like I said, yeah, you could do something on your own. They could do art commissions, but here's the thing art people don't like to hear. If you are gonna go and do your own thing like that, you have to be able to have a... I mean, you gotta have a business degree as well, basically. Like, you gotta know how to also do business. People don't like that. They don't like that answer. Business sucks, I just want to draw. No, you have to be able to advertise and budget. Figure out where your money's gonna go. At least if there, as long as it's FDIC insured, the federal government would have actually collapsed you, to have to actually collapse for you to get your money back should things go wrong. Which means bigger problems. Yeah, always have to advocate and manage yourself. Yep. You gotta be on the grind, like they said, and the grind's not just putting in the work and the elbow grease to be like... Oh wait, didn't I get a... Oh shit, I've been yapping so much, I think I forgot I got an upgrade I gotta build. Ooh. You gotta be able to have a mind for business, because you gotta be able to... Obviously the ideal is that you can make enough to be able to support yourself, support your family. So you gotta be able to pay taxes. You gotta be able to get all your daily necessities, like your rent/mortgage, whichever you have, your bills, your groceries. Also expensive. Let me tell ya. Plus, having financial literacy is a very important part of being an individual, or you aren't really independent. There's that too. You should never ever... This is also something I think can be controversial. I don't think you should ever be financially dependent on anyone. Excuse me. And I'm not saying that as, like... I thought I did have an upgrade. That was a pulse wave. I care not about the pulse wave. They can do tank boosters. Ooh, I want that! I need more snowflakes, though. Ooh, we're gonna take a trip to Tundra Town! There's a lot of those now. When did those get there? Oh, because we just now got the storage cell. Oh, that's why. Alright. I'm gonna go do that. Let's go do that. Now, going back to abusive relationships, controlling the vehicles and money is a way to get people trapped. It is. You physically can't go anywhere. You can't pay to go anywhere. Guess what? You're not gonna go anywhere. And the thing is, you also don't know... You don't know what's gonna happen in the future. Like, you don't know if... if you are in, like, your typical relationship where it's just you and your partner, if your partner loses their job, whether it's laid off, like how we saw so many people got laid off from COVID, suddenly, unexpectedly, you get nothing. Too bad, so sad for you. I mean, that's it. You were down to not having any other income, you just had to hope that you had enough in your savings that you two could make it. Obviously, yes, you also want to be financially independent in case the relationship is abusive. Like, one of the easiest ways is that, let's be honest, usually the way this is set up is that the woman is the one that is essentially indebted to the man. Because he basically takes control of her cards, she usually doesn't work, she's a stay-at-home wife, or worse, even a mom. It sounds harsh, but when there are kids involved, it's a lot harder to slip out of a bad situation. That's all I mean by that. There's obviously nothing wrong with being a mom. But obviously, like, if the man has all your money, he's gonna tell you how you can spend it. And you're not gonna be able to argue with him because it's not really your money. You need things to be able to keep you safe, your household safe, your family safe. Or it even could just be... Maybe it's not an abusive relationship, but maybe you still get a divorce. Like, it just doesn't go well. You two clearly aren't meant to be. You don't have your own independent finances. Well, guess what? You're shit out of luck. It all gets split. It may not be evenly either. That's also why they have, you know, prenups, postnups. I mean, it's a crappy thing to think about, because it should be love is true, and you don't have to worry about business when there's romance involved, but it's not true. A wedding, a marriage, a union, it's still a business contract. There are still things that are written down in there that clearly indicate the rights that you have to the stuff that you each share from, and it's always big stuff, like it's your savings accounts, any of your joint accounts, savings, checking, your housing, your vehicles, your kids. Absolutely valid as well, yes, yes. No. Splash water. I mean, nobody wants to think... Not only does nobody want to think about it being a business contract. I don't think anybody wants to think about having a divorce for one reason or another. But, and hopefully you don't. Like, hopefully the person that you wind up with is the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with. That would be the ideal, right? It just doesn't always wind up like that. Ooh, a thing. And it's okay if it doesn't. Oh no. No. I'm okay. How do I open this without falling my doom? I don't know if I can. You gotta protect yourself as much as you do the other person. Uh-oh. I gotta go. Uh-oh. I might now be stranded. Yeah, because those I think only appear at night. Thick sauce. Nope. It's not wrong to ask for postnuptials or prenuptials. In a way, prenup is more ideal. Oh, I'm going down. Well. A prenup is more ideal because technically you have some leverage. You can be like, okay, well, I'm not getting married to you if I don't have this or that. A postnup, obviously, it's a bit late, and if somebody refuses, I mean, that's that. You're already married. It's too late. Did these go anywhere? Girl, I don't know. That's the bad part about, like, having huge gaps in between of what I do. They don't. I have 2 of them. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, that means that I've got ways to toss stuff. Oh, I have a blue teleporter as well. Oh, I do. Okay, I gotta put that somewhere then. Okay. I have gone off on tangents tonight. Ain't nothing wrong with that, though. I'm partially to blame, I suppose. So, I don't mind listening. I mean, that's the thing. We're here, we're yapping, it's fine. Some nights you get the big thinky, the deep thoughts, and sometimes you don't. Ow. That hurt, you dick. God, it's like when I step on one of Witcher's chew toys in the middle of the night. Ooh. You know, I actually didn't want to get married. And I don't mean, like, to Darkhold. I mean, in general, I didn't want to get married. And it's not because I held, like, some sort of vehement hatred against it. Like, my parents are still married. It's not like I've ever had to experience, like, a traumatic divorce, like some people have. I know that's usually why a lot of people will be like, absolutely no marriage ever. I saw what did my parents, and it's horrible. I didn't have any of that. I just never thought of really truly being married. Like, it's not really a thing to happen, right? Like, no? Like, I mean, of course it could. It did. It's not like I maybe, like it did happen. But when I think back to it, if there was really a reason that I didn't want to get married, it probably would have been the fact that I didn't experience a traumatic divorce. Had some sort of traumatic relationship. People definitely had it worse than me. I'm not gonna sit up on the high horse of trauma here and be like, oh, it was terrible. You've no idea the pain that I went through. The agony. But there were problems. There were problems, they were bad problems. And just the idea that you could be contractually bound to someone that did mistreat you in such a way? Ugh. Eesh. Icky. Don't like it. Which I think also goes, actually goes hand in hand with something that I saw where this lady had a little viral TikTok of where she warned women. She's like, make sure that you're picky about who you actually have kids with. Like, whomever that you decide that you're gonna have kids with, they better be worth it. Because you don't understand the sheer responsibility it takes to raise children, and if they're not going to be a dad, you should not. I think that's very true, because I mean, I don't have kids. I don't plan on having kids. But and I think, especially as a woman, I can like look at this perspective where, and it's not all. Don't come at me with the not all men. I'm not here to hear that. Because the fact is, it's still enough men. Enough men are not good enough dads. Because it takes a whole fucking village to raise a kid. Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. It takes a whole village to raise a kid. Because you have to be there, not just for the baby stage, not just for the diaper changes, the bottle feeding, the cuddle time, the play time. You have to be there for the toddler stages, when they're running around, smacking their head into the wall. You had to be there when they're throwing the tantrums of, no, I don't want to eat my hot dog, because I woke up from my nap and I'm mad. You had to deal with them breaking things and try not to get mad, but still parent them and be like, you can't break things like this. And then listen to them scream. You had to deal with them becoming preteens and going through puberty, which I know is a whole other thing, because people are like, oh, hormones. Oh, how silly. But, like, look, hormones do affect you. Sunset? No, remember that I collected that before. Hormones really fuck around with your head, and they can really mess you up. Which is why the teenage years are tumultuous. You also have to deal with them being rebellious teenager when they start getting into the worst things. Because this is when they start getting exposed to adult things like alcohol, drugs, sex. You have to be able to pilot them through there as well. And the fact is, even if they turn 18, you're still gonna be their parent. You're still gonna be a part of their life. We were just talking about the working class, right? Money, tight, housing, difficult. you're still probably gonna have your kids living with you in their 20s. With the way things are going, you could have kids living with you in your 30s. We are honestly probably going more along the route of, like, traditional Asian households, where families will stay in their parents' homes. Because financially, we gotta. Yep. Yep. And the fact is, once you become a parent, you are a parent for your lifetime. Yes, at some point, your kid is probably gonna move out. Probably gonna move out, make their own family. But, I mean, what about grandkids? Are you ready for the grandkids? Because they'll be there too, and then you gotta start it all over again. Yeah, it's only like part-time parenting. If you want to think about it that way. You don't have the grandkids all the time. But you're still gonna have to be there. You're still gonna have to deal with it. And if you're not prepared for those sleepless nights, the frustration, the frustration of raising a kid, the frustration of them not turning out the way that you wanted, the frustration of like I said, the mood swings of having to deal with this, or having to not have a social life as much as you used to, not being able to do your hobbies as much as you used to, definitely not having the same amount of money that you used to. It's a toll. It's a serious toll. That's why having kids is a very serious decision. And why I also don't agree with the whole, you should have kids because it is your purpose as an incubator. No. No, it isn't. Not this one's purpose. And the other thing is, if you are gonna be a deadbeat parent, if you're gonna be a slob, not clean up after yourself, after the kids, if you're not gonna cook a damn thing, if you're not gonna try to do anything, don't be surprised if you wind up being single and alone. Because the fact is, the parent that isn't a deadbeat parent, that's busting their ass to do 3 times the work, they're gonna cut you out of their life because it's not gonna be worth it taking care of 1 actual child and then 1 adult child. It ain't worth it. I'm fine with my cats, honestly. Perfect. Cats count. I think they do. I think pets do count. The orange one likes to sit on my... I said that very wrong at first. It sits, not shits, on the shoulders. Sits. Do distinctly different activities. I should hope not. I think it was doing the other one. It's very upset. Life Lessons by Pyra. Make sure that you are very judgmental of whomever you decide to let into your life. Be very judgy. Be judgy so you don't wind up in a shit situation. Nice. Yeah, I gave my heart to someone once and it didn't work out, and then it went bad. I'm sorry to hear that, Vince. I don't think I was ever vulnerable like that, but... Ah, hell, it doesn't matter. No, it does matter. It's... I mean, people are so complicated. So much can feel like it's going right, and then things go wrong. You don't know where they go wrong sometimes. You're just like, I don't know how we wound up here when things were going good. Talking of my own issues, I think back to things and I always wonder myself, how did it get so bad? And when it comes down to it, I just have to remember it's not necessarily about me. Like, sometimes people just don't mesh. Sometimes they don't go together. Sometimes, on the other side of things, sometimes it feels like things are going great. They're wonderful. Like, what could go wrong? And then you get blindsided when the other person tells you, this isn't enough. This isn't what I want. And instead you have to come to accept the fact that they're leaving. That itself can be equally as difficult. Because then you're, again, left wondering, where did I go wrong? How did I stumble so bad that this person doesn't want to be involved at all now? Could I have done something to fix it? Is there something I should have been doing? Maybe they have an answer for you, maybe they don't. Hell, maybe if they have an answer, it's still not good enough. Not for how you feel, not for how you wanted things to be. One can also get complacent in things that we shouldn't. Like, if you are someone that has trauma, maybe trauma feels like home. Ah! Trauma feels like home, you're more likely to fall into a really bad spot where you stay in a terrible situation because, I mean, you don't know any better. It's not gonna get any better, right? 'Cause this is how it's meant to feel? Nah. Yep. That's where I think some of my issues stem from, because in a way, I was so young that I had nothing better to compare against it. So again, you just kind of accept what it is, because, like, well, there's nothing better out there, right? And you know what? There is. That's the thing. There is better. Usually it's just you have to... It's either you're gonna find someone better, or you're not, and you're just gonna have to be okay being alone for a while. Which is also fine. Nothing wrong with that. It's better than where you're at. Don't stay somewhere that you're not wanted, and that you don't want to be, just because it's there. Not just relationships. I think that could also be applied to different facets of life, like career. Don't stick somewhere that you shouldn't be, that you don't want to be. There's other places. Go look. Go explore. You choose to stay stagnant, you're just gonna rot. Grow moss. That murky water sinks into your bones, weighs you down. It's not worth it. Oh, elsewhere. Anyway. You find in your hobbies, too. Which I feel like would probably get dismissed quite a bit. It's just like, oh, it's just hobbies. I don't have to be good at my hobbies. You don't have to be good at your hobbies. You don't have to excel at every facet of your hobby, you know, everything about it. But there is a correlation in becoming better at your hobbies and your happiness, your self-worth, because people at their core like being productive. Not everyone wants to admit that, especially those that are self-proclaimed lazy, but people like being productive. People like making a positive impact, and making change, making good things happen. And again, that's why stagnation just gives people the ick. It's just that sometimes it can sneak up on you. You get used to the routine. You know, you do it, if not every day, pretty close to every day. The frustrations that you feel, you're just like, well, this is just normal, right? This is how everybody feels. I know everybody feels like this. You begin to feel that the almost emptiness that comes with it, because it gets to a point where you can't handle being frustrated every day, or angry, or upset, because, I mean, that takes a toll on you, so instead you kind of shut things out. And when you shut things out, you wind up in this zombie-like state. You're just kind of on autopilot. Does anyone really want to be on autopilot for their life? Like, come on. Nobody likes that. Nobody wants that. You don't want to be a background character in your own life. You don't want to be a little passenger princess, letting routine pilot your body. Sometimes that means that you have to really make waves, make changes. Excuse me, in my way. Which could be scary. I'm usually one to express that you make smart changes. So, like, don't quit your day job to do YouTube when you're not making bank at YouTube, you know what I mean? But shit, if you have a passion for making videos, regardless of what kind of videos they are, just do it as the side gig. Is it gonna be long? Yeah. Is it gonna be hard? Yeah. Gonna be worth it? Maybe. I'm not gonna tell you that you're gonna make millions at it. Whatever you do. It doesn't have to be YouTube. Whatever you decide. But I will tell you, it's worth more to try. To break away from the infectious stagnation that is just ruining you. There's a lot to life. There's a lot to life to explore, to learn, to enjoy, see. And that's why mortals find it precious, right? You find life precious because there always seems like there's not enough time. I think people will be surprised by the amount of time that you can make once you're enjoying it actively. You know, it felt like this cold, blustery day just yesterday, and now today, 70 fucking degrees outside. Ugh. I don't think I have enough. I think I need like 30 of these little snowflakes. Ugh. been going from 30ish to 80 and back. I know, I hate it. Just pick one, please. My histamines can't take it. Ah! No chompies. Bad. No chompies. Well, no, pick 30. I like the cold more. But yeah. Honestly, me too. I would rather be cold than sweating. But I get it. You know, we're moving into March. That is kind of like spring weather. But then it should actually be spring weather, not feeling like early summer. That's my opinion. How about no higher than 60? That would be great. I wonder if I don't... I guess I do leave some tracks in the snow. Oh, hey, it's a little hunter buddy. Wonder where he came from. I guess the slimes don't really have a gender, do they? Oh yeah. No. I think maybe I just circled back. How am I so good at that? Ooh, what's down there? Was almost death. Sorry, unconsciousness. Because one does not die in Slime Rancher. Not even the slimes that I catapult into the abyss. They do not die, they simply become part of the slime sea. Something something. Afterlife. Something something. Rebirth. They like joining the Kerbal Space Program. It's fun for them. Exactly. They love it. They go back into the slime sea to get diluted, and then they'll be spat back out as little gummy balls not long after. Begin the circle again. Should probably try to sleep. Thanks for the conversation. Good night, Mittens. I will see you next time. I should probably wrap it up soon myself. We'll see. I'm sure. Next time you're here, maybe I'll yap more intelligently next time, or maybe I won't. Who knows? Who knows? Wild card. Yeah, we'll see. Have a good one. Rest well. Oh, finally. Did fine for saying stuff, so yeah. As introverted as I can be, I can yap when I want to. Try to keep the bad thoughts away. That's the best advice I got for you as you go to Sleepy Town. I'd offer you some ASMR, but I have not. You know, I have thought about, maybe not necessarily ASMR, but like, you know, I've got those copyright-free songs from YouTube that some are actually good. Not, and also not exclusively from YouTube. There are some that are like from, it's called Purple Planet. That was pretty good. Is that the... Oh, one of those has a teleport. Also, I think I remembered these are not actually made night to day. These are made from the wind, I think. The wind blowing the snow. The snow makes bridges. I think. To which I'm saying that I didn't have to kill myself earlier, but look. How long has it been since I last been here? Because I would say at least a year. How am I gonna remember all the things? Won't, can't, couldn't. Don't even. Yeah, there's no way I could go back to school. Can't even remember what I did in a video game like a few months ago. How in the hell am I gonna remember what I learned at school years ago? A decade ago, by the by. 10 years. 10 years since official learning. Ain't no way. Ain't no way I'd remember. It's nice seeing this place again. I will say that is a fun part of coming back to have to gather more resources exclusive to certain areas. You get to actually come back and look around. That was a big jump, little buddy. You were charging up there. Get the puddle slimes, having a good time. Look at how relaxed. Ow! I was having a drink. Just sitting in a hot tub having a goddamn drink. You had to ruin it. Damn Sonic the Hedgehog rock slimes. Oh, we're back here. There's a portal nearby. Is that a portal? There's that one. That's probably closest. Egg. I have cracked so many eggs today and have not said egg once. Are you proud of me? Or disappointed? I must rectify that. Get it? Rectify? Is that a rectify? By God, I'm funny. Didn't I need lava dust? I mean, shit, I'm here. I mean, while I'm here. Lava dust, lava dust. What did I need it for? Speed rolls? Probably. That sounds right. I just know I needed it. Ow! Look at it left down. Did you know lava can be blue? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's been a while since I saw this, but I'm pretty sure If the lava is blue, it's a signal. It's because of the certain minerals that it interacts with as it blows out from the Earth's crust. Kind of like how you go and burn copper and it makes the fire green. Similar thing happens with lava. Certain chemicals make it look blue. And it does look fancy. You could totally look that up. Right, okay, I have things. Do you take snowballs? No, but I have sprayed snow. Delightful. I love to say it. Upgrade. Yeah. Ooh. How many now? 60? I would guess 60, because by the upgrade slots, from what I can see... Prisma port, damn. 60, 70, 80, 90, yeah, I would guess it's probably 10 per tick to get you total 100. Look at you, sat there so perfectly. So we find out. He's doing okay. Is it 60? Da 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 60. Yeah, that's fine. That'll do. Right. And it was a pretty solid stream. It is, of course, late now. Almost 1 a.m. Again, lucky me. I don't have to get up early tomorrow. Thank y'all for joining me tonight. This had a lot more in-depth talks than what I thought it was gonna be. I don't know. Maybe it was a good thing Silksong had to get updated, because it meant that I could actually kind of focus on what I was saying. I think I had some important things to say tonight. You know, I'm always willing to get up on my soapbox and chat about things that I do believe in. Things I think are important, and kind of touching back on a topic we were talking about earlier, this is definitely a time where it feels harder to be able to keep a hold of certain beliefs, to be able to still speak up and fight for them. Unfortunately, that's kind of the thing. It's a fight. Fights are not easy to win, usually. But you still just gotta keep going. Still gotta keep fighting. Just, be smart. Be smart about where you, place your punches, so to speak. Your word punches. Anyway, thank you for joining me tonight. I will be back next week. Maybe more than 2 times. Ooh, that'll be exciting. Maybe also with Dark Wolf, do a little tipsy trying stream. We'll see how well that goes. Yeah, I can't imagine how well tipsy puzzle solving is gonna go. Until then, thank you all for joining me tonight. Remember to go the fuck to bed. Or get the fuck up if it's your morning. And I will see you all in hell.